Hello, hello.
We're rolling.
This is episode 3 of the Life with Bros podcast. Today I'm joined with...
You're the one and only, the cocaine cowboy, the host with the most, in full live HD, Benjamin Martinez.
Very nice. So this is going to be a re-record of episode number 3. There was issues with it. It cut off in the middle of the thing, so it's kind of annoying, and we don't want to start off from where we left off because da-da-da-da-da. So this is just going to be an introduction of just Benjamin Martinez all over again, okay? So,
Yes, sir.
Benji Martinez, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's start off from the very beginning, I guess. Born in Berkeley, but kind of raised in Richmond my entire life.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, went to Dover Elementary School, then went to Helms, where I met this fool, Guillermo. Then I went to weak-ass OPS. All my friends went to Richmond High. Then now I'm here. Like 2 years after high school, we're recording a podcast because we have nothing better to do with our lives.
Nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
We're going to see where this takes off.
Yeah, see where it takes off. Got, 50 followers on the Life with Bros, so it's only going to grow.
It's only going to grow. Only way is up.
Only way is up. So I guess to talk about you a little bit more, because me and Kenneth kind of already give a background on like what we are, or who we are, what we're doing. Just give us a little bit of background on who you are, what you're doing, what your goals are, where your ambitions lay, etc.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean
Bro
by
has
that?
no goals.
Bro has no goals. I'm just living day by day. No, I'm just playing. Like Guillermo and Kenneth, they got Life with Bro podcast. I also got 2 other podcasts. Shout out BBD and Dogpile. But yeah, it's not what you guys think BBD stands for.
Yeah, bro, like spring. Never mind.
Nah. It's not that. It's not anything inappropriate.
It's Big Bust Down.
Yeah, big buzz now. But yeah, we got 2 fucking. All right, my boy Guillermo can't hold it in his life.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I got 2 podcasts. We made a website about it. We gotta change we gotta change the name of the website because legal purposes.
On some Mark Zuckerberg shit. You said.
Yeah, on some Mark Zuckerberg shit. But we're just gonna see how this plays out. See if we can go anywhere with it. But yeah, nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
What are your feelings towards the podcast? Because we have the Life with Bros, you have the BBD one, and then you have the Dogpile podcast. So clearly there's something and I'm not a part of the BBD or the Dogpile podcast. So clearly you kind of have at least an understanding of what you want to do with the podcast. Can you tell me a little bit about what your goal is with those 2 podcasts?
Yeah. So the Dogpile podcast is just me and Edwin. Shout out to boy Edwin. We're just 2 fanatics of sports. We just really like sports, and usually every Saturday there's a UFC card, either pay-per-view or fight night, and some boxing. Also, we got the World Cup going on. That's kind of what we focus on. We just review what's going on between the sports, give our opinions. But, we're not no experts. We're just some nobodies.
But that's what makes it fun, man.
But that's what makes it fun. Yeah, absolutely. And then the BBD podcast with my boy Carlos and Nick. We usually just sit there, talk about the most random stuff, but we somehow always end up correlating between, deeper meetings. The last episode, we talked about men's mental health.
Oh, for real? That's dope.
And I'm kind of in the process of editing that. I'm kind of behind my schedule because of school, but podcasts are coming out very, very soon. Pushing out
Very soon.
Very soon, yeah. But, yeah, that's
Are you like a one-man army, or are they also editing? What are they doing? Or are they just
They're just part of the
recording process.
Okay. I'm the one editing because I'm the one that has technically the most time. Because my boy Nick and Carlos, they be working almost all day, every day. Edwin's still in school. He's in his finals week, so he doesn't have as much time as he would like. But, yeah.
About to be winter break, though. So
about to be winter break. We're going to have a lot more content, a lot more. Also working on a camera so it could be a video podcast, not just audio podcast. But shout out to boy Adelio for that. We're working on that.
Real one. But that's dope. That's dope that you're working on these podcasts and you're planning on growing them, especially because they're different target audiences. One's for sports. That one's kind of more laid back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And for the camera, in terms of the camera, what are you planning on doing? Because I know for the Life with Bros podcast, what me and Kenneth had talked about, and I remember you were there at one point when we first were go to fucking Starbucks early in the morning. We talked about setting up the camera, going in public, recording in random ass spots.
Yeah.
Is that what you're planning on doing?
Yeah, you texted me a couple days ago about when you went on a hike with your girl and the dog, and it was like a nice background.
Your girl and the dog. True.
Yeah. Hey, gotta include everybody.
Gotta include everybody.
Gotta include everybody. But there was a pretty nice background. There's a little bench. You know, the sunset was in the back of us, so we could really record right there.
Yeah, so it was like a dope ass view. Basically, it's not like it's anywhere. I was like, I'm not gonna say where it is.
Bro,
it's just Point Pinole.
Bro, just gatekeeping.
It's just Point Pinole, but there's like a really nice view of the Bay Area, right? And it kind of represents, I guess, a little bit that I'm not really from the Bay Area, but it represents
from Glendale.
Not Glendale.
Oh, Nebraska.
Not Nebraska.
Oh no. Pause.
Pause. Whatever. The point is, fucking, it overlooks the bay, which kind of represents a little bit about Kenneth, Benji's friend groups, Carlos, Nick, I don't know who that is. And then Edwin, you guys are all from the Bay Area. I guess we all established ourselves here in the Bay Area, right? So it kind of represents where we all kind of come from in a way, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's going to capture that. But that's dope.
Yeah. And with all these podcasts and, your back to bright detailing business, I came up with the idea of making a website. Like I said, we're going to change the name because legal issues. But, yeah, the website has all the podcasts and my boy Guillermo's back to bright detailing business. Shout out. Hashtag not sponsored, but sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored.
Yeah. But everything there on the website is going to be just to make it easier so people can know what they want to listen to and get a little background of the podcast.
To talk about, to just talk about what you're talking about, that website, right? I remember on the last episode when we re-recorded, when we first recorded this episode, you had mentioned making like an umbrella kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of background on what that is?
I mean, that's kind of what I just explained. The website is there. Or
at least what your goal is with that.
Just like I said, just to make everything easier for people to see.
Just to make everything easier?
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm part of 3 podcasts, and to try to make everything easier for people and see what kind of podcasts they want to listen to. If they want to listen to something serious, something laid back, or some just random like what we're doing right now, or more like business casual, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because, we got a lot of ideas that we're trying to make money off of, but, we got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, yeah.
Yep.
And then, like, to give a little bit of, or a deeper understanding of, like, the whole umbrella thing where you said the whole website thing. I remember we were talking about making it, like, again, basically, like, establishing a network, right, of interconnected people, and then slowly adding other groups, other brands, like anything that we kind of come up with, or that, let's say, we sponsor, maybe further down the line, we have enough capital to sponsor other people. We can have our own little kind of, like, I guess you could say Bay Area community kind of. I don't want to say Bay Area because I don't want to be tied down to the Bay Area, but
we gotta reach out.
Yeah,
out of state,
out of
country, eventually.
Hawaii.
Shout out the boy
Ñoño. Shout out to my uncle.
Taught him a lot about detailing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's dope. And that is something that I do want to work on, like having you primarily were working on the website, but like at least to establish like the branding for it, right? Because what I wanted to eventually become is like, I guess like I texted you about it, like a social media company, like, or a digital marketing not digital marketing. It could be something along those lines, right? So like it'd be along the lines of like you could think of it like a social media marketing agency, or just what was that last thing? Like a creator. What the fuck did we talk about?
Creator. I forgot, to be honest.
Who knows what the fuck it was?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
But the point is, we want to make sure we build a network amongst ourselves, so that way, we could connect and collaborate with other networks. You know what I mean? And then eventually, maybe we could build a brand off of that network. Maybe we could sponsor people. You know what I mean? That'd be dope too. I mean, of course, they're big ambitions, but not really. They're not really that big ambitions. But
we got to start somewhere.
And it's possible down the line.
And we already got podcasts up and running.
We already got the podcast up and running.
We already got a website.
Already got the website. We
just need traction.
We just need traction and consistency and uploading.
Yup.
That's a little bit about what I was talking about with Kenneth earlier, was being consistent, because what we've been struggling with this podcast, Life with Bros one specifically, was creating a schedule for it and figuring out how because we're all in our 20s, we're all trying out different things, and we're all like on different schedules, so we always have to come up with a new way or a different way to connect with amongst each other because we have different schedules. Benji, you're primarily in San Francisco, right?
Yup.
A lot of the time, so
I'm only
you're
in Richmond like Friday, Saturday,
on
Sunday.
the weekends. And then Kenneth is busy doing who knows what. I'm busy doing who knows what. And then so we kind of just have to figure out a way to kind of collaborate and establish ourselves to kind of get this traction to continue going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm literally recording and editing everything in these 3 days. So it's kind of like I'm kind of crunching everything up.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to make as much quality videos as I can. I don't want to push out like just random.
Wait, so what exactly are you editing? Are you also editing like
the audio? Yeah.
Just the audio?
Yeah.
And the
There'll be
video?
a lot of cutoffs. And not cutoffs, but a lot of like pauses or like some people just be like, or we just run out of things to talk about after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very soon, a lot of content's going to be pushed out. We're also going to be live from the 415
From San Francisco?
From San Francisco. So 2 different area codes, 510 podcast and the 415 podcast. But yeah, we're just going to be up and running.
That's dope. And tell me a little bit about the people that you have these podcasts with, like, because I don't know much about them. I mean, I know Carlos, I know Edwin. I don't really know who Nick is, but even though I do know a little bit about Carlos, I don't really know. So could you establish like your relationship with them, and then like why you decided to go on making a podcast with them specifically?
So Edwin, we knew each other since back in Dover, since elementary school. We always been cool, but just probably like middle school was when we all like got clicked up. We were like, all right, guys, this is my ride or die. This friend group.
Ass eaters.
Shout out Ass Eaters.
Ash eaters.
Ass Eaters. Sorry about that. Shout out to Ass Eaters. But he was one of the main guys of the middle school friend group, and it carried on until current day. And like I said, he's probably like one of the only people that follows UFC and boxing like I do, besides my boy Carlos. But I told him about the idea of the sport podcast, and he was very down.
Yeah.
That's when we went to his house. He had a little carne asada, and we was just grilling, recording, sipping some beers, and we was talking just about the biggest fight upsets from the UFC this year was like Kamaru Usman getting knocked out, Israel Adesanya getting knocked out, and all that. And yeah, that's about it. That's how I always grew up with him, so that's kind of how it happened. And with Carlos, same thing. I knew him since elementary school. We really got tied up probably senior year of high school. That's when we became real close until now. I kind of put him. You put me on with the job of UPS, and I put him on with the job of UPS, and he's still in UPS.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's a supervisor. He's a morning shift supervisor.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, then we had the idea of a podcast. Well, just me, you, and Kenneth, and I kind of told them about it, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's do it." So we started recording in my boy Nick's truck. We started recording in my house, his house. We was recording everywhere, just making the most amount of content as we can. But like, it was kind of ass because we kind of didn't really know
what you guys were doing.
Yeah, we didn't really know what we was doing. But now that we got a little more foundation, it's gonna be a lot better content. And my boy Nick, I met him through Carlos. We was grilling in Point Melati, and he was like, "Is it cool if one of my boy Nick's slides through?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. Pull up."
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Open arms, I just like hanging out with everybody. I'm cool like that. But ever since then, me and him, we've been locked in. That's my boy. Shout out boy Nick. We gone out a lot. Just get drunk and shit. Just teenage shit. Not teenage shit, but like just young adult shit. But that's my dog right there. Both of them.
True.
I
saw you guys. You posted a video breaking into where?
Oh, UC Berkeley.
Yeah.
The stadium.
Why'd you guys do that? What were you guys doing?
It was Halloween, and we went trick-or-treating and down at Berkeley. And we was going home to go pick up his girl. And we just passed by the stadium. We just looked at it. We're like, "You're not down to jump that fence." And we're just like, "Fuck it, let's do it." So we did it. And we was just chilling in there. And we forgot about his girl, so we got to hop back.
You guys forgot about his girl?
Yeah, so we were like, oh shit, we gotta go pick up her. We gotta go pick her up. So we left, picked her up, came back, and jumped the fence again.
Made her hop the fence?
Made her hop the fence. And we just started fucking around. Then we had a little like go-kart shit. Well, we saw a go-kart and we're like, we're about to take that shit.
Did it have the key in it?
Nah, but you're able to put it in neutral. And we're like pulling it away because there's a little ramp going down. So we're about to just hop on that shit. But as soon as we hit the corner, security was like, what are y'all doing? We're like, ah, fuck.
Like, you guys, as soon as you guys hit the corner with the cart? Or like...
Yeah, we was like turning it. We was like reversing it so we could go down the ramp.
Yeah.
And the moment we turned the fucking cart,
yeah,
the security was like, what are y'all doing? We're like, oh, we're putting it back. We're putting it back and we're leaving. So, yeah, we left.
You didn't say anything?
Nah, they were
What the
pretty
hell?
chill. But if you can see that, oh, you guys can't see. But Guillermo, reserved for Cal football, that little sign, we took it from there. And then that little bench right there.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we took little souvenirs.
Little souvenirs.
Yeah, but we do that a lot here. Like, I got a fire extinguisher sign from SAC dorms, the SAC States dorms. But, yeah.
Just take shit from different colleges, universities, bro.
Yeah. Not important things, not valuable shit.
Just like simple simple shit. Like
yeah, like bathroom sign.
miscellaneous shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But, yeah, they're my dogs. Do anything for them. But, yeah.
But yeah,
How your podcast come about?
the Life with Bros.
Yeah. How that come about, my guy?
Well, you were part of the story, you know. Why don't you give some background on it?
Why do I got to give the
All
background?
right, let me give some background about how the Life with Bros.
Come on,
I feel like this is my third time explaining it, or maybe not. But basically, the Life with Bros podcast kind of came about by essentially me, Kenneth, and Benji. We all got together, and we hang out frequently, and so, you know, every fucking friend group always says, "Let's start a podcast. Let's start a podcast," right?
They have one good conversation and be like, "We should start a podcast."
We should start a podcast, yeah. And then, eventually, I was really hooked on the idea. I've always wanted to, you know, move into the internet space and start something like that, for, you know, creative purposes. You know, you could use it as like a creative outlet for you to kind of just
push out
let
ideas.
go of all your ideas, and, you know, any creative expression that you might have, you can just release it out into the world, and then other people can collide with that, you know, and then respond to it. And so I've always had that in the back of my mind, and then I was like, you know what? I think me, Kenneth, and Benji make a really good friend group, right? Because we're all very, so my intention was bringing in 3 different personalities, because you guys are very distinct people, all of us, right?
You and Kenneth are both a little the same. Both
I'd say
both hard-headed.
we're both hard-headed, yeah, but I feel like if we were to look at us individually, like there's definitely key differences in us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And I like that. I believe that the combination between the 3 of us was like something that people might want to enjoy, because we're kind of different. So we're on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to different topics. You know what I mean? We have different experiences, different goals. And so that kind of, I don't know why, but I always thought that might be interesting for people to listen to. And I also enjoyed being with you guys. It was fun speaking to you guys, talking about dumb shit, and sometimes like very important shit, right? And serious shit. So after a while, I decided like we should get some gear. If we buy some microphones, then we're gonna feel pressured into actually recording something, right?
Yeah.
And so then we went to go buy some shitty microphones that we didn't end up using.
Like $60 mics, pretty shitty.
Yeah.
We recorded like what? Couple episodes? All like cut off.
All cut off, fucking horrible audio, you know, we didn't have anything together, you know, but after a while we lost motivation, and I brought it back up again. I was like, look, I'm thinking about buying this gear. I did a little bit of research. I'm like, I found this Rodecaster Pro that I want to buy. It looks really nice. It makes it easy for us to, you know, just add our input and then output a whole bunch of content. And we ended up gathering funds. We bought it, and we're here today, right? The Life with Bros podcast. Oh, we all came up with the name together. Well, I kind of came up with the name.
Yeah, you came up
like,
with the name.
Everybody gave names, and I was like, no, Life with Bros podcast. It has to be Life with Bros podcast.
What did we start off with? Business Boys?
Yeah, the Business Boys
somebody
podcast.
Already got that, so we had to change it.
Yeah, and then I thought that was too generic too. I was like, Business Boys. I don't, and I didn't want to be tied down to a certain topic either. So I was like, I need something general, and I thought the Life with Bros was perfect for that. Right? It was general, it was open, and it could include like all kinds of shit. And we could take it in any direction that we want to, right? So that was how I came about the Life with Bros podcast, and you were a part of it too, right? Remember we'd be in the morning, we'd be there in the mornings figuring out what we wanted to do with
we'll wake up like at what? The earliest we'll wake up was like 5 a.m. Hit up the Starbucks, talk about the most random things,
and then we left thinking our credit score went up or some shit, bro.
For real, we're like, all right, we're making it. We're making it out of Richmond.
We're making it out of Richmond, bro.
But nah, but yeah, we used to wake up real early, hit up a Starbucks, bring some ideas just to not record.
Yeah.
But shout out Guillermo for bringing it back and doing all the research for this gear. It has made it very, very, very easy for us to record now.
Yeah.
We used to try to do the inputs, the outputs.
We had to go in and edit the audio and all this extra shit. This shit just fucking, ahí está, mijo, al 100.
You put on the power button, hit record, and you're set.
And you're rolling.
We're live. But that's kind of how it went down. We went to Starbucks not only for the podcast, but we had different ideas. We had Guillermo had the idea of a website, but, we're not going to talk about that because, Mark Zuckerberg vibes.
Yeah, he be on some weird shit. But yeah, I guess we could wrap up the episode here. Thank you for tuning in to episode number
3. And we kind of did a re-recording, like Guillermo said in the beginning, because the audio got cut off and we didn't want to just put a new recording into the old recording, so we just re-recorded everything. But that is the end of the Life with Bro podcast. It is currently 9:33 a.m., Sunday, December 10th, and we're out.
Before we end, I just want to mention we're also going to be recording more episodes with Benji. I know right now it's just like it's mainly me and Kenneth, but eventually there's going to be a lot more with Benji going on. We're kind of picking up a schedule, so that's going to be fulfilled, and we're going to roll out more content. All right, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're out of here.
Deuces.
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Funny monkey, lovable, I love funny monkey.